There's a silent struggle many men face after 50, something no one talks about openly, yet it affects confidence, relationships, and even identity. You might think it's just aging or that nothing can be done. But what if something as simple as how you drink water could change everything? Not just your energy, not just your health, but your performance where it matters most. Today, we're breaking a myth, revealing a powerful daily habit, and showing you how small changes can restore what you thought was fading. Stay with me, because this could be the shift your body has been waiting for. Most men never think about hydration as a serious factor in their performance, especially after the age of 50. It's easy to assume that feeling a little tired, a little slower, or even noticing changes in physical function is just part of getting older. But what often goes unnoticed is something much more basic, much more silent, and that is dehydration. The body changes with age in ways that are not always obvious. One of those changes is a reduced ability to conserve water. The thirst signal becomes weaker, meaning you don't feel thirsty even when your body actually needs fluids. So you walk around thinking everything is fine, while your system is quietly running below optimal levels. Now think about what your body relies on to function properly: circulation. Blood flow is the foundation of energy, strength, and performance. When you are properly hydrated, your blood has the right consistency to move efficiently through your vessels, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body. But when dehydration sets in, even mildly, your blood becomes thicker. It doesn't flow as smoothly. That slight change creates resistance, slowing down the delivery system your body depends on. And when blood flow is compromised, certain functions are affected more than others. This is where many men get confused. They immediately assume that any decline in performance must be hormonal or permanent. But the truth is, circulation plays a massive role. If blood isn't flowing properly, the body simply cannot respond the way it's designed to. It's like trying to run a high-performance engine without enough fuel or with clogged fuel lines. It doesn't matter how powerful the engine is, it won't perform the way it should. What makes this even more challenging is how subtle dehydration can be. You don't have to feel extremely thirsty or exhausted to be affected. Even a small drop in hydration levels can reduce blood volume and limit efficiency. That means you could be going through your day, drinking a couple of glasses of water here and there, believing you're doing enough, while your body is still operating in a deficit. Over time, that deficit becomes your normal, and you stop recognizing what optimal actually feels like. There's also the issue of lifestyle. Many men rely heavily on coffee, tea, or sugary drinks throughout the day. While these may feel refreshing, they don't hydrate the body the same way water does. In fact, some of them can contribute to fluid loss, making the problem worse without you even realizing it. So instead of replenishing your system, you're slowly draining it. The real shift happens when you start to understand that your body is not failing you. It's responding to how you treat it. Hydration is not just about quenching thirst. It's about maintaining the internal environment your body needs to function at its best. When you give your body consistent, adequate water, you support healthy circulation. You help your blood move freely. You allow oxygen to reach where it needs to go. And when that system improves, everything connected to it begins to improve as well. It's not dramatic, it's not instant, but it is powerful. Because something as simple as proper hydration can restore a level of function that many men thought was lost, not because of age, but because of neglect. And once you correct that, you begin to realize that your body still has the capacity. It just needed the right support to show it. Most people believe that staying hydrated is simply about hitting a daily number: 8 glasses, 2 liters, or whatever guideline they've heard. So they go through the day barely drinking anything, and then suddenly consume large amounts of water all at once, thinking they've done their job. But the body doesn't work that way. It doesn't store and use water efficiently when it's taken in large, infrequent amounts. Instead, it flushes out what it can't immediately use, sending much of that water straight through your system. What you think is hydration is often just temporary intake followed by rapid loss. The real power lies not in how much you drink at once, but in how consistently you supply your body with water throughout the day. Your body thrives on balance and stability. It performs best when it receives a steady flow of what it needs, rather than unpredictable spikes. When you sip water regularly, you maintain a stable blood volume. That stability keeps your circulation smooth and efficient, allowing nutrients and oxygen to move freely without interruption. It's this continuous support that helps your body stay in a state of readiness rather than constantly trying to recover from dips. Think about it like this. If you only water a plant once a week with a flood of water, the soil becomes overwhelmed, and much of that water drains away without being absorbed. But if you water it a little every day, the soil stays nourished, the roots stay healthy, and the plant grows stronger. Your body follows the same principle. Small, consistent hydration keeps your internal systems balanced and functioning at a higher level. There's also a deeper layer to this that many overlook. When you drink large amounts of water in one sitting, especially after long periods of not drinking, you can actually dilute important electrolytes in your body. This imbalance can leave you feeling sluggish, lightheaded, or even more fatigued than before. So not only are you failing to hydrate effectively, but you may also be disrupting the very systems that help your body use that water properly. Consistency solves this problem. By spacing out your water intake, taking a few sips every 30 to 45 minutes, you give your body time to absorb and utilize the fluid. This keeps your cells hydrated, your blood at the right consistency, and your energy levels more stable. You're no longer playing catch-up, you're staying ahead. Another key factor is how this impacts your overall physical response. When your body is consistently hydrated, it doesn't have to struggle to maintain circulation. Blood vessels remain more relaxed, allowing for better flow. This improved circulation supports every system in your body, including those responsible for strength, stamina, and performance. It's not about a sudden boost. It's about creating an environment where your body can operate without restriction. Many men overlook this because it doesn't feel like a dramatic change. There's no instant surge or overnight transformation. But what happens instead is something more powerful, gradual, reliable improvement. You start to notice that your energy doesn't crash as easily. Your focus becomes sharper. Your body feels more responsive. These are the signs that your system is finally getting what it needs on a consistent basis. The truth is, your body isn't designed to handle extremes. It doesn't perform well when deprived and then overloaded. It performs best when it's supported steadily, moment by moment, throughout the day. And something as simple as sipping water regularly can create that support. It turns hydration from a random act into a strategic habit. And once that habit is in place, everything built on top of it becomes stronger. What you do in the first few minutes after waking up sets the tone for your entire day, yet most men get this completely wrong without even realizing it. After hours of sleep, your body enters the morning in a naturally dehydrated state. You've gone 6 to 8 hours without fluid intake, while your body has continued to lose water through breathing, skin evaporation, and internal processes. This means that when you wake up, your system is not fully prepared to perform. It's running on low reserves. Instead of correcting that immediately, many people reach for coffee or tea as their first drink. It feels like the right move because it gives a quick sense of alertness. But that stimulation is not the same as hydration. In fact, it often masks the underlying issue. Your body may feel awake, but at a deeper level, it's still lacking the fluid it needs to function efficiently. So while your mind speeds up, your internal systems are still trying to catch up. This is why the first glass of water in the morning is so powerful. It's not just about quenching thirst. It's about restoring balance. When you drink 1 or 2 glasses of water right after waking up, you're essentially refilling your system. You're increasing blood volume, improving circulation, and helping your organs transition from a resting state into an active one. It's like turning the ignition in a car and allowing the engine to warm up properly before driving. That initial hydration has a ripple effect throughout your entire body. Your metabolism begins to activate more efficiently, helping you process nutrients better throughout the day. Your blood becomes less viscous, allowing it to flow more freely through your vessels. This improved circulation means oxygen and essential nutrients are delivered more effectively to every part of your body. And when your body receives what it needs early in the day, it doesn't have to struggle later to compensate. There's also something important happening at the cellular level. Your cells rely on water to maintain their structure and carry out their functions. When you wake up dehydrated, your cells are slightly compromised. They're not operating at full capacity. By hydrating first thing in the morning, you restore that cellular environment. You give your body the foundation it needs to perform, respond, and adapt throughout the day. For men over 50, this becomes even more critical. The body's natural efficiency declines with age, meaning it doesn't bounce back from imbalances as quickly as it once did. Starting your day in a dehydrated state creates a disadvantage that can carry through your entire routine. But when you make morning hydration a priority, you shift that dynamic. You give your body an early advantage instead of forcing it to recover later. Some people enhance this morning routine by adding a small pinch of natural salt or a squeeze of lemon to their water. This isn't about flavor, it's about function. These additions can help your body absorb and retain the water more effectively, supporting hydration at a deeper level. It's a simple adjustment, but it can make a noticeable difference in how your body responds. What makes this habit so powerful is its simplicity. It doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated routines. It's a small action that creates a strong foundation. And when that foundation is in place, everything else you do, your meals, your movement, your daily activities, builds on top of it more effectively. Over time, This simple ritual becomes more than just a habit. It becomes a signal to your body that you're taking care of it, that you're giving it what it needs to perform. And in return, your body responds with better energy, improved circulation, and a greater sense of overall strength. It's not about doing something extreme. It's about doing something consistent, something intentional, right from the very start of your day. There's a common belief that the more water you drink, the better your health will be. And while hydration is essential, timing plays a critical role, especially when it comes to the evening. Many men unknowingly sabotage their recovery and performance by consuming large amounts of water late at night. It seems harmless, even healthy, but the consequences often show up in ways they don't immediately connect. As the day winds down, your body is preparing for rest, repair, and hormonal balance. Sleep is not just about shutting down. It's an active process where your body restores itself. During deep sleep, important functions take place, including the regulation of hormones that are directly tied to energy, strength, and overall performance. But when your sleep is constantly interrupted, those processes never fully complete. Drinking too much water before bed creates one major problem: frequent trips to the bathroom. You may fall asleep easily, but then you wake up once, maybe twice, sometimes even more. Each time you wake up, your body is pulled out of deeper stages of sleep and pushed back into a lighter state. Even if you fall asleep again quickly, the damage is already done. Your sleep cycle has been broken and your body has to start over. Over time, this pattern adds up. You might not feel exhausted in a dramatic way, but there's a subtle decline in how you feel and function. Your energy levels may seem inconsistent, your focus may not be as sharp, and more importantly, your body's ability to recover and maintain hormonal balance becomes compromised. This is where many men begin to notice changes they attribute to aging, without realizing that poor sleep is playing a major role behind the scenes. The body depends on uninterrupted sleep to regulate key hormones. When sleep is deep and continuous, your system gets the chance to reset and rebuild. But when it's fragmented, those processes are cut short. It's like trying to charge a battery but unplugging it every hour. You never reach full capacity. And without that full recharge, your body simply cannot perform at its best. This is why evening hydration needs to be approached differently than daytime hydration. During the day, you want to stay consistently hydrated, supporting circulation and overall function. But as night approaches, the goal shifts from fueling activity to protecting recovery. That means gradually reducing your water intake in the hours leading up to sleep. This doesn't mean avoiding water completely. It means being intentional. Instead of drinking large amounts right before bed, focus on hydrating earlier in the evening. Give your body time to process that fluid before you go to sleep. This simple adjustment can significantly reduce nighttime disruptions and allow your body to stay in deeper stages of rest for longer periods. Another factor to consider is awareness. Many men drink water late at night out of habit rather than need. It becomes part of a routine, watching something, scrolling on their phone, or simply passing time. But if you pay attention, you'll often realize that your body isn't actually asking for that water. It's just a pattern you've developed. Breaking that pattern can lead to noticeable improvements. When your sleep becomes more consistent and uninterrupted, your body starts to recover more effectively. You wake up feeling more refreshed, more stable, and more ready to take on the day. And over time, this improved recovery supports every other system in your body. The key is understanding that hydration is not just about how much you drink, but when you drink it. Too little water during the day creates imbalance, but too much at the wrong time can be just as disruptive. Finding that balance allows your body to function during the day and recover at night without interference. It's a small shift in habit, but one that can have a powerful impact. Because when your sleep improves, everything built on top of it improves as well. And sometimes the difference between feeling off and feeling strong again isn't about adding something new. It's about adjusting what you're already doing in a smarter, more intentional way. Most men focus only on drinking more water, believing that hydration is simply about quantity. But there's a deeper layer that often gets ignored, and that is how well your body actually uses the water you drink. Because hydration doesn't stop at your stomach. It happens at the cellular level. And without the right balance of electrolytes, water alone cannot do its job effectively. Electrolytes are minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. They may sound technical, but their role in the body is very practical and essential. These minerals help regulate fluid balance, support nerve signals, and control muscle function. In simple terms, they act like conductors, guiding water into your cells and helping your body maintain the right internal environment. Without them, water can pass through your system without fully hydrating you where it matters most. This is where many men unknowingly struggle. They increase their water intake, but they don't feel the benefits they expect. Energy levels remain inconsistent, and their body still feels off. That's because the issue isn't just how much water they're drinking. It's whether their body has the tools to absorb and retain that water properly. Think of it like this. Water is the vehicle, but electrolytes are the keys. Without the keys, the vehicle can't reach its destination. When your electrolyte levels are balanced, water is directed into your cells efficiently, helping them stay hydrated and function at full capacity. But when those levels are off, your body can't hold on to water in the same way. You may drink more, but you'll also lose more, creating a cycle where you're constantly trying to catch up. Another important factor is how electrolytes influence circulation and muscle response. Your body relies on electrical signals to control muscle contractions and blood vessel function. These signals depend on a proper balance of electrolytes. When that balance is disrupted, your system doesn't communicate as effectively. Blood vessels may not relax and expand as they should, and overall circulation can be affected. This directly impacts how your body performs and responds. Modern habits often make this problem worse. Diets that are high in processed foods can throw off electrolyte balance, either by providing too much sodium in the wrong form or not enough of other key minerals like potassium and magnesium. At the same time, sweating, stress, and even caffeine can deplete these minerals over time. So even if you're making an effort to drink more water, your body may still be operating at a disadvantage. The solution is not complicated, but it does require awareness. Instead of relying only on plain water, you can support your hydration by including natural sources of electrolytes in your routine. Foods like bananas provide potassium, which helps regulate fluid balance and muscle function. Coconut water is another simple option that contains a natural mix of electrolytes. Even adding a small pinch of quality salt to your water can improve how your body absorbs and retains fluids. What matters most is balance. Too much of one electrolyte without the others can create its own issues, so the goal is not to overload your system, but to support it. When your body has the right combination of water and electrolytes, everything begins to work more smoothly. Your cells stay hydrated, your circulation improves, and your overall energy becomes more stable. Over time, this creates a noticeable difference. You're no longer just drinking water, you're actually hydrating your body at a deeper level. And when your system is properly hydrated, it can perform the way it was designed to. This is why some men experience a real shift when they correct this imbalance. It's not because they discovered something complicated, but because they finally addressed what was missing. In the end, true hydration is not just about volume. It's about efficiency. It's about making sure that what you put into your body is being used in the best possible way. And when you combine consistent water intake with proper electrolyte support, you give your body exactly what it needs to function, respond, and perform with strength and stability. Most people are looking for a quick fix, something they can do once and see immediate results. That mindset is what keeps many men stuck, especially when it comes to their health and performance after 50. They try something for a few days, don't notice a dramatic change, and then move on to the next solution. But the body doesn't work on shortcuts, it responds to patterns. And the most powerful changes don't come from intensity, they come from consistency. Hydration is a perfect example of this. Drinking a few glasses of water today won't suddenly transform how your body functions tomorrow. But what you do every single day, morning, afternoon, and evening, that's what shapes your results. Your body is constantly adapting to how you treat it. If you're inconsistent, it stays in a state of adjustment, never fully stabilizing. But when you create a steady routine, your body begins to trust that it will receive what it needs, and it starts to function more efficiently. Think about it like building strength. You don't go to the gym once and expect lasting results. It's the repeated effort over time that creates change. Hydration works the same way, just on a less visible level. Each day you stay properly hydrated, you're supporting your blood flow, your energy systems, and your overall balance. And while you may not notice it instantly, those small daily actions are stacking up in the background. There's also a mental shift that comes with consistency. When you commit to a simple habit like drinking water regularly, you start to develop discipline. You become more aware of your body, more intentional with your choices. That awareness often carries into other areas: what you eat, how you move, how you rest. It creates a ripple effect that goes beyond just one habit. Many men underestimate how much their body can recover and improve when given the right conditions. They assume that decline is inevitable, that certain changes are permanent. But in reality, the body is incredibly responsive. It wants to function well. It wants to maintain balance. The problem is not that it can't, it's that it hasn't been supported consistently enough to do so. When you stay committed to proper hydration, you begin to remove one of the biggest obstacles your body faces. Your circulation becomes more stable, your energy levels become more reliable, and your system doesn't have to constantly compensate for shortages. This creates a foundation where improvement becomes possible again. It's not about forcing your body to perform, it's about allowing it to perform by giving it what it needs. Another important point is patience. Consistency requires you to trust the process, even when results are not immediately obvious. It's easy to stay motivated when you see quick changes, but real transformation often happens quietly. It shows up in subtle ways first: slightly better energy, improved focus, a more balanced feeling throughout the day. These are signs that your body is responding, even if the bigger results take more time to appear. Over weeks and months, those small improvements compound. What once felt normal, fatigue, inconsistency, lack of responsiveness, begins to fade. You start to feel more in control of your body, more aligned with how it's supposed to function. And that shift doesn't come from doing something extreme. It comes from doing something simple over and over again without breaking the pattern. In the end, the real transformation is not in the water itself. It's in the habit you build around it. It's in the decision to show up for your body every day, even in the smallest way. Because when you do that, you're no longer relying on temporary fixes. You're creating a lifestyle that supports long-term strength, stability, and performance. And that's where the real power lies, not in what you do once, but in what you do consistently.